Hello, Mets fan here in the Philippines. We have two good news for the New York Mets fans. Number one is we won the game opener versus the Rockies. We're 1-0. And number two, we're no longer in last place in the whole major leagues. Now we're only in last place in the National League East and in the National League. Baby steps. As for the game, I have to give credit to whoever thought of this, but right now we got to give credit to Carlos Mendoza since he's the one that has to execute it. And yesterday's game, I said Brassavon was going to be the starter, game opener, and then Peterson was going to come in. But in reality, it was Brassavon and Warren coming in for 3 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, no runs. They made it a genius move, putting 2 righties against the Rockies that had their specialist versus a lefty, but they didn't see the lefty until the 4th inning. David Peterson did allow 2 runs. In reality, for me, they shouldn't have counted. It should have been an error on Carson Bench. He twisted around, running back to the ball. He fell. The ball landed 2 runs in. It should have been, but they did get 2 runs. It stopped the shutout. And next thing you know, we still won. But it did give momentum to the Rockies. Right after that, Kimbrough came in, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and Williams, I believe we're building his confidence now. He got his 4th save. And a couple of things that I want to cover is you can't get mad at Carson Bench. Carson Bench in the last 11 games been hitting over 300. He was our only hitter at the beginning of the lineup that was batting under 200 if we don't consider Torrance. But now him and Torrance are under 200. At the beginning of the game, we had 2 players batting over 300. Now we have 1. Melendez is now at batting 297. And I like looking at the hits. We have 4 hits. Carson Bench, Vientos was hitting that ball. Hopefully he is not just bad luck. Hopefully he switches it up. He did get his 2 RBIs. Torrance got a hit and Alvarez got a hit. So we gotta give credit that both catchers played. Now, a couple of notes. Like I said, we won 4-2. And the pitchers that we had. And on the Mets team, Carson Bench was batting, let me double check on this before I start talking. He was batting 7th. And according to the announcer, Cohen, I believe Gary, I forgot his name. I froze right now. But our 7th hitter has the most home runs, and he has, not him, but on the 7th hole, we have 6 home runs. The second most home runs is the 9th spot, and that's 5 home runs. Other note is that our third hitter on the lineup is batting under 200. Just like I mentioned, Torrance and Carson Bench. Our number 3 hitter is batting under 200. We have to remember Soto has most of the time batted, second. Bechet was batting 3rd. That's when he was struggling. And now Melendez, I believe, is batting 3rd. Soto was lead off, but he got on base. That's important. And like I said, with Carson Bench, he's hitting over 300 in the last 11 games. Right now we won 3 out of the 4 games on the road, 2 versus the Angels. Now against the Rockies, we do have what I consider a good hope of winning this series on the next game with Freddie Peralta, and then we have Christian Scott. I just look at the pitching. We get a day off, and then we face the Diamondbacks. With the Diamondbacks, we go back and cycle it again with Clay Holmes and who's the other good pitcher? And McLean. So we're looking good at our pitching now. At the beginning, with all these ifs of Peterson, but Peterson is coming out good in the bullpen. Kodaisinga and Manaya being not that good on those 3. Peterson is turning it around. Christian Scott looked decent. I feel that this momentum might shift. Our bullpen is pitching great. If you look at the pitching on our bullpen, not a lot of runs been scored against them. Some of them, you could say it just happens. But now that we're shifting this momentum, and just like I said, we have 33% of our lineup on the IL. And I did look at that. Let me look at this. Hold on. Hopefully I did screenshot or did something for this information. Hopefully it's not all the way. So I looked at all three injuries, and the first one, we'll look at Kodai Senga. He has a lumbar spine inflammation, lower back. In the timeline, the best case scenario involved returning May 26th, probably this month. So we'll see. And we have to remember what caused that error. I know everybody's saying, oh, we missed these 4 players, but it was a throw to first base that he had to jump, land on the base, that actually permanently changed the way he was pitching afterwards. He's not been the same. Roberts, he was on the 10-day injured list. The action taken, he received an epidermal injection on April 30th, and his timeline is 7 to 10 days. Initially, it shifts back to another 10-day stint, so we'll see what happens with him. That's one of the 3 hitters that we're missing. Jorge Polanco, 10-day injured list, and he was placed on the IL on April 18th. He is dealing with a combination of a right wrist bone bruise from a swing and a left Achilles bursitis that has plagued him since the start of the season. They believe him. The rehab progression is as early as May 26, 2026, and has began doing batting practice and ground balls. Now for Francisco Lindor, he's been injured and appeared doing running on the bases versus the Twins. Return table, there's no definite timetable, but the potential is early July. As we can see, it's longer for Lindor, but we have to look at these injuries, what might happen, what other injuries we may encounter. And that's all I got for this team. A couple of things that I want to cover also, since I want to look at other teams also. And like I said, the Angels are now the worst team, not the Mets. Is what scores happened yesterday. Skubal, I know a lot of people were trying to trade for him. He's in the injury list. In one way, we're blessed that it didn't happen. If it was us, right now we are plagued with injuries, plagued with bad luck, and not a lot of power. The Phillies did win. They're in a win streak. Not a win streak, but they're building momentum. The Yankees, Josh hit a home run. And after that, the Dodgers won. The White Sox helped us. That's one of the reasons why we're no longer the worst team. They beat the Angels. And the Giants won, and they have this rookie prospect that came up named Aldrich. I believe he went 0 for 2. The Mets right now, I see they have in the minor leagues, like I always keep on mentioning Ewing. They have another prospect in there. I forgot his name, that he's doing decent. He's their number 2 hitter. Like I said, I forgot his name. They didn't play yesterday. They're going to play today. I'll try to keep on looking at those stats of the players that we have in our minors, because right now with these injuries, we have to look on who's next. And who has the rights to keep on. If they come up, we could bring them down. And if we bring them up, what if they decide to leave? It's like a Lovelady, Richard Lovelady. I believe he's now still playing with the Nationals. That's the last time where I checked. He kept on flip-flopping up and down, and he left. But that's all I got for the Mets. Let's go Mets. Let's go Freddie Peralta. Good luck. One more last thing. I know I'm saying one more last thing. Like I said, the Mets are in last place in the National League. Clay Holmes is pitching great. I believe he has an opt-out or he's a free agent after this year. We have to look at the players that might leave on a trade and give us potential players. He's our best pitcher. This is the best scenario for Clay Holmes, our best pitcher, and he might leave on a trade. If he doesn't have a no trade clause. Let me double check on what I'm speaking. I don't want to just say things. Clay Holmes, free agent. And it says here he signed a 3-year contract he is currently performing well, including a player option for 2027. As we can see, he has a player option. That's where we have to think, are the Mets going to be trading him or not? What can we get for him if we do not recover from this beating that we took in April? And like I said, that's all I got. Just keep an eye on those things, on the trade rumors, pros and cons, as in we're receiving good players or we're trading our prospects to get players to try to recover. I don't see it. The Braves took this big lead on the East. And the Central, I believe everybody's back over 500 on the wins. And like I said, we're in last place. It's a lot of obstacles to beat. Thank you, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.